What up, what up, what up, what up, world? It's your boy, Oscar Mike. I'm still here in sunny San Diego. I'm smoking on a Nicaraguan sweet number 99. It's actually pretty good, you know. And what I wanted to talk to you guys today about is something I was discussing with a mentor of mine. Is all about what are you reading? So if you're not reading, you're not growing. I'm here to tell you because there's so much knowledge contained in books, and a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't like to read." Well, you read about stuff that you like those people I know that are into Jordans. They read about every Jordan that's coming out. The people who are into like fashion, they're in every fashion magazine, right? But what self-help books are you reading? Okay, you know, are you reading Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, or As a Man Thinketh? Are you reading Malcolm Gladwell books? The Tipping Point. Outliers. That book will change your life. A book that changed my life was Rich Dad Poor Dad. It just changed my whole dynamic on the way I thought about money. That book saved my life back in 2008. I was in so much debt, and I read that book, and I read another book called Debt Solutions, and literally within like a year and a half, I got my credit score from like, I don't know, I think I was damn near bankrupt. So I was like in the 500s, so I got it up to like in the sevens. Now I'm in, the eights, the high eights, damn near perfect. And I'm not boasting, but I'm saying that I gained all that knowledge through books. Okay, like I wanted to get into real estate, so I read nothing but like real estate books. I read Donald Trump's book, The Art of the Deal. A lot of you guys out there aren't growing because you're not reading. You won't even read an article. You'll read a Facebook post, you'll read that, and you'll comment on it, right? But you won't even read an article, all right? And so a lot of you people out there right now are wondering like, oh, why am I not doing better in my life? What are you doing? Did you pick up a good book, right? Did you read up on the subject that you're interested in? Okay, if you're in the hospitality or hotel management business, did you pick up a book that talks about nothing but hospitality and hotel management? The average millionaire reads about 60 books a year. All right. You ask yourself, when's the last time you read an entire book? All right. Me personally, I like to read books. I have a huge library, but I also like to listen to my books. I like to listen to audiobooks. So I download the Audible app, and I have about 30 books that I listen to. I guess you could say I read it, but someone's reading it to me. And I'm an audio learner, so I learn a lot better that way as well. But I still do read books. Now, I don't just read up on books about my job, but I read a lot of self-help and a lot of motivation books. I read a lot of finance books. Those are the things that I'm interested in. And subconsciously, I make moves from what I learned from those books. I wanted to get into cigar smoking and become an aficionado. So I read a book about cigars. I have a book about cigars right now that when people bring a cigar up or like a different type of leaf, I go and I refer back to that book about those cigars. So if you're in debt right now, you need to read like Rich Dad Poor Dad or Debt Solutions, a book about debt, a book about money, finance, like how to get on track, how to build a budget. If you're not motivated, then pick up one of Les Brown's books or Malcolm Gladwell's books. A great book about from Malcolm Gladwell, The Tipping Point. That's a great book, man. A lot of you guys won't read. You ever hear an adult when you're at work or something like that, and they're asked to read something aloud and they sound like a fool? You know why? Because they don't read on the regular. And so they sometimes almost sound illiterate because they're not used to reading. That's sad. All right. So whatever you're interested in, whatever your goals are, whatever your heart desires, I want you to go today and find a book about it and start reading. And I want you to do that today because Oscar Mike said so.